One of these 6 coaches will wreck your Super Bowl picks by October. They're not primetime headliners, but masterminds capable of flipping playoff races. Last year, Buffalo's red zone collapse turned a contender into a cautionary tale. This year, fix your protection in a week, disguise your coverage in a series, or watch your playoff hopes vanish by week 4. These are the tacticians hiding in plain sight, the coaches who would turn average teams into wrecking balls. And we start with America's team, where the NFL's most predictable play caller might be hiding the most aggressive game plan of September. First up, the conservative coach who's about to break your defense. Ryan Schottenheimer spent 15 years being called boring. This season, boring becomes lethal. Dallas just hired the NFL's most predictable play caller, then handed him a $240 million quarterback and total creative control. His first move goes straight at the root cause of every recent Cowboys playoff exit. Dak Prescott gets rattled when routes take too long to develop. So, Schottenheimer rebuilt the offense for speed. The ball is out in 2.5 seconds or less. More pre-snap motion to expose coverage. Compressed splits that create natural picks. Timing routes designed to beat the rush, not outrun it. But it's not just quick hitters. Schottenheimer is hiding deep shots inside safe calls, play-action bombs from heavy formations. RPO glances that morph into 20-yard gains. Backside digs disguised as short yardage plays. It's strategic multiplicity. Under center, one snap, spread tempo, the next. The result, an offense that doesn't need receivers to win one-on-one, because the scheme is already winning for them. If Dallas opens 3-1, it won't look conservative, it'll look inevitable. Now, let's talk about the DB coach who turned a locker room into a street fight. Aaron Glenn didn't get here by being subtle. As a defensive coordinator, he made quarterbacks miserable and receivers disappear. Now as the Jets head coach, he's importing that edge to the entire building, forging a new identity for a franchise desperate for one. His defensive DNA is simple and ruthless. Disguise everything, hit everything, and make you play left-handed. The Jets under Glenn will force opponents to live in the 5-yard box and pray they can survive third down. But his biggest weapon isn't just scheme, it's discipline and culture. Most first-year head coaches lose early games to pre-snap penalties, clock mismanagement, or sloppy red zone execution. Glenn's camp has been laser-focused on eliminating those errors. He's demanded a level of accountability that the franchise hasn't seen in years. He's had officials on the field during camp to call every false start and offsides. And he's made it clear that you cannot win games in this league with an undisciplined team. The result, this team will be the cleanest, most disciplined team in football in week 1, and that will be a massive advantage. He's also a defensive mind who's willing to build his scheme around his best players, not the other way around. He understands that his most valuable assets, like all-pro cornerback Sauce Gardner, are meant to be unleashed. Glenn's system will allow Gardner to play on an island more often than not, freeing up the rest of the defense to blitz and confuse the quarterback. This is a team that will trade blows and relish the physical battle, just like Glenn did as a player. If the Jets start cleaner and more composed than last year, the sheer talent on their roster will take over, and the coordinator with command label becomes head coach with a blueprint. Josh McDaniels' head coaching resume is forgettable, but as an offensive coordinator, he's still a nightmare for defenses. His 2025 mission is clear and a high-wire act. Turn rookie Drake May into a functional starter fast. The formula is to shrink the mental load without shrinking the field. Expect layered reads, off-play action, movement pockets to reset launch points, and built-in coverage answers from every formation. Solo high, he'll call a middle read shot. Too high, quick game with Y-option tags. Shaky protection, screens and perimeter RPOs as pressure valves. This is an offensive built on training wheels, but they're high-performance training wheels designed for the next level. McDaniels understands young QBs need layups and explosives to build confidence. He's going to use the team's tight ends and slot receivers to create those layups. Watch how he uses veterans like Hunter Henry. a player he coached to a career-high 9 touchdowns in 2021, as a safety valve and a red zone threat. He's also looking to unlock new weapons. His sequencing is designed to keep defenses guessing and his quarterback confident. If the Patriots steal early red zone touchdowns and look competent in 2-minute drills, McDaniels will remind everyone why he keeps getting hired, and why the May era might start faster than expected. Check out the scheme thief who built a defense out of mismatches. Mike Macdonald built his reputation in Baltimore by turning hybrid defenders into matchup nightmares. Now in Seattle, he's doing it with a full roster at his disposal and an entire system to implement. The Seahawks' defensive identity is his calling card. Modular defense disguises that morph post-snap into whatever wrecks your play design. He'll rush 4 with simulated pressure looks, rotate safeties late to bait throws, and flip front alignments to wreck blocking assignments. Seattle's defense will live on confusion, and McDonald's already shown he'll spend an entire half setting you up for one game-killing call in the fourth quarter. It's a defense that looks simple at the snap but becomes a complex web of assignments and pressure immediately after. If Seattle's defense forces just 1 extra turnover per game in the first month, they'll look like contenders. And it'll be because McDonald scripted those moments weeks in advance, and his players have bought in completely. Now to the Andy Reid disciple who builds offense like a chessboard. Mike Kafka's job: give the Giants an offensive identity that works anywhere, in bad weather, in hostile road stadiums, and against division defenses that know your tells. He's a product of the Andy Reid tree, and his coaching philosophy is all about adaptability and precision. His approach forces defenses to lose no matter what they pick. He uses motion to stack to create free access throws. Play action from heavy sets to hit crossers behind aggressive linebackers. Red zone misdirection to open throwing lanes. This is an offense that makes you decide who to defend, then punishes you for the choice. He's a situational killer. Third and manageable, that's his sweet spot. Fourth and short, expect freeze plays, quick hitters, or misdirection off hard counts. He doesn't need fireworks, he needs precision. If the Giants' pass protection stabilizes and Daniel Jones stays on schedule, Kafka's offense will prove that precision is its own kind of firepower. And that precision is how careers take off. Here's the unknown name who keeps getting promoted. You're not supposed to know Connor Senger's name yet, that's kind of the point. He isn't running an offense yet, but you can see it coming. As Arizona's pass game specialist, his fingerprints are all over their 2024 jump. He keeps getting promoted because the Cardinals' offense keeps getting smarter. His design philosophy is pure stress testing. He uses bunch and stack looks to force soft releases, fast motion to generate leverage wins, and layered verticals to pull flat defenders out of space. The Cardinals can live in 11 personnel and still look multiple because the pre-snap pictures constantly change. The sequencing is where he's lethal. If you overplay a bubble, glance, or stick concept, the counter is coming 2 series later. And it's going to hurt. That next play mindset is the telltale sign of a young assistant who is ready for the next step. If Arizona opens with efficient early down passing, Senger's name will be on every 2026 OC shortlist by Thanksgiving. You'll notice the pattern across all 6 of these names. It's not about their pedigree or their past headlines. It's about their traits: adaptation speed, sequencing mastery, and situational clarity. These coaches stay invisible because credit flows up. Quarterbacks get the glory, head coaches get the podium, and assistants wait for their one-statement game. But when it comes, the narrative flips overnight. The data shifts long before the stories do. Efficiency, success rate, red zone scoring. They all improve weeks before the media notices. Sean McVay was the other guy in Washington before the league realized he was redefining offensive space. Mike Tomlin went from little-known DC to Super Bowl champion in 2 seasons. The same could happen here, and it could happen fast. To spot this year's breakout coaches, follow the traits, not the logo on the polo. Now it's your turn. Which of these names explodes in 2025, and who did I miss? Drop your pick in the comments below. If you nail it, you get to flex all season.